Hoover, and I left the joint burning in the ashtray. So I need to go check on that. Because he's a Hoover. It's not funny, sir. You didn't put nothing on it. Don't laugh at my shit being gone. Yes, your shit be gone too. I know all the shortcuts to the room. So, I'm going to go check on that. Keep an eye on Mikey from the back, too. Look at that fucking booth, Mikey. I'm going to be right there watching, making sure. I have a slingshot in there, too. You fuck around. And the jelly bean in the back of the head. All right, so let's bring up the feature comic right now. One of our favorites here at the Jokers, I definitely enjoy him. You know him from Major League Baseball Network, MLB.com, clubs and colleges throughout the U.S. and Canada. My good friend, the feature comic tonight, Mr. Rich Carucci. Make some noise right now. Get up for Rich right here. Rich Carucci.
I'm having a blast here. I'm loving it here. I made a mistake my first day here. I ordered a $17 ice cream cone. It tasted great till I realized it was $17. And it tasted like regret. I'll tell you that right now. Tried to return it, no luck. Plus, this is a fancy place. How classy is it that they have the TV remote wrapped up in plastic? Isn't that awesome? That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And there's a safe in the room. I didn't have anything locked up, so I put the remote in there. You know what I mean? Keep that safe. I flew down here out of Newark Airport, New Jersey. Newark Airport, yeah. I flew down. Something happened when we landed that I never experienced before. The whole plane broke out in applause. Did that happen to anyone else? I'm like, did I miss something? Was there ever a doubt? You know what I mean? Like, this is supposed to be the safest travel out there, airplane travel. That never happens to any other form of travel. Like, no one gets out of the Uber and gives them an applause break, do they? Never seen anyone get off the bus clapping. But of course, in the New York subway, I can see that happening. It's like I wasn't stabbed or pushed on the tracks today. But I've been paranoid lately. I've been getting a lot of death threats lately. All right, they're notes from my doctor, but getting older, man, getting older. I had a surprise 50th birthday party for myself last week. I know you think you have a surprise birthday. Well, the surprise is I'm 58. That's a surprise. I am getting older, though. My 40th high school reunion is coming up. And I can't wait. I was homeschooled, so it'll be good to see Mom again. I always wondered what happened to her. I don't even want to tell you about prom. That was a nightmare. Must have been there. I have a brother, though, I'm very close with. I love my brother. My brother got married last month. Married a trophy wife. Unfortunately, she was last place. She told me he was eye candy. I said, she looks more like John Candy to me. Married Uncle Buck. I'm getting older though, I feel it, man. I'm at the age now where I'm getting more injections than erections, you know what I mean? I used to be cool. I used to trip on acid. Now I live on anti-acid. Can't see, can't hear. My family's like, you should get LASIK surgery. If you get LASIK surgery, you'll be able to see better. I said, at my age, the less I know what's going on around me, the better off I am, right? I am. We're losing a lot of actors lately, too. A lot of actors. Seems like every day we're losing an actor. Not only losing them, they're getting sick. One of my favorite actors, Bruce Willis. Where's my Bruce Willis fans? Come on. He was in Pulp Fiction. He had to retire from the acting. He has some kind of sickness where he has dementia and stroke-like symptoms. Well, now we know who can play Joe Biden in the movie, right? Yes! I was in Delaware a couple of weeks ago performing there, and I was driving into town. I saw this giant Joe Biden sign. And I gotta say, that's the first time I saw a Joe Biden sign that didn't have "fuck you" written on it. Somebody can't spell. And I have no political affiliations, I'll tell you that right now. I'm a felon, so I can't vote. And I've been broke through the last 6 presidents, so I'm not blaming anybody, you know what I mean? But I am celebrating, 6 months sober today for me, folks, 6 months. listen, I'm still on drugs. You can't quit everything at once, that's insane. I realized I had a drinking problem when I took my kids to see Disney on Ice, and I suddenly realized we were the only ones tailgating in the parking lot. I thought I wish it was a joke. My son's like, Dad, put on your shirt, you're scaring the normal people. I do have kids, and you have kids, so you know if you have kids, you know they're way overrated. You know what I mean? They're cool for like a week, and then like, is somebody coming to get this thing? I got a son though. I got a son. I love my son. Right before the pandemic, my son's school called me on the phone, said they think he has a learning disability. Not what I want to hear. They want him to take a test. The test costs $14,000, and isn't covered by my insurance. I said $14,000. You must think we're both idiots, okay? I'm gonna be totally honest. For $14,000, I'll get a new kid. You know what I mean? Start this whole thing over again. Feel my pain. My son's 18, gonna be 19, in the 10th grade. Yep, in the 10th grade. And if I mention anything, I'm the bad guy. He's like, Dad, why you breaking my chops? There's people older than me at school. I said, they're called teachers, idiot, all right? You're paid to be there. You're taking up space. You already told me that I like high school. Of course you do. You don't do shit. You know what I mean? You're older than the principal. You have your own parking space. And he sells weed to everybody. And I know that because he sells it to me. That's right. Then he searches the house and steals it back. It's a vicious cycle. But I love my son. I'm a single parent. I said, listen, son, high school's not for everybody. Definitely not for you. But there's always options. There's always options. A lot of good people that go to high school, a lot of successful people. I said, listen, son, we'll do this together as a team. He's like, all right, Dad, let's do this. So I signed him up for his GED training, GED test, job training, job placement. I thought I had all the angles covered. The first day the phone rings, Mr. Carucci, your son didn't show up today. Is there a problem? Do you know where he is? I said, he better be dead. I'll tell you that right now. About an hour later, he comes walking in. I said, what happened? We're going to start a new life. He goes, I was going to go, but then I figured I'd keep my options open. I said, you have options? I got to hear this. He goes, I'm thinking of joining the military. I said, you couldn't get in ISIS right now, okay? It's got to be some kind of test. But it does have a happy ending. Thank the Lord. He got his GED during the pandemic. Let's hear it for Junior. Then he got a job at the liquor store across the street, so eventually we'll be spending more time together. And hopefully it'll make up for those Little League incidents. I have a daughter too. And if you have a daughter, you know girls mature much sooner than boys. You know that, right? My daughter moved out at 17. There's nothing like a 17-year-old telling, you know what, I think I could do better on my own. I got my kids 15 years ago. I got my kids full-time 15 years ago. When my ex passed away, their mom passed away. And I got my kids, listen, take a look at me. I can't be in charge of a chia pet, okay? So I got these two kids that are looking up to me. You got to take care of us. I'm like, I didn't know what to do, so I did what any self-respecting comedian would do. I brought him to my girlfriend's apartment. That's right. After a couple of weeks of sleeping on her couch, she goes to me, what are you going to do now? I said, well, I guess I'll get us a bigger apartment. She said, no, what are you going to do now? I was like, oh, shit, it's like that? She's like, oh, it's like that. She's like, I'm not raising you and these kids. You know what I mean? So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. They're crying. We miss Mike. We love Mike, their stepdad. We want to go live with Mike. All our stuff's by Mike. I said, listen, man, you're my responsibility. There is no way you're going to live with Mike unless I come with you. That's right. I'm not kidding. I moved in with Mike, all right? Let me tell you about Mike. Mike is amazing, all right? Mike cooks. Mike cleans. He listens to my problems. Now I know why she left me for Mike. I'll tell you right now. I told him the other day, I said, Mike, you're an amazing man, and I just want you to know something. If you meet somebody, we are now a family unit. That's right. We are in this together. All right, you guys don't like Mike. I'll let them know that. He's taking care of me. We married people? All right, just two people that seem kind of enthused. I noticed I didn't hear a word out of you guys. Like, we're too busy drinking. My 16th wedding anniversary is next month. Yeah, she told me she wants a divorce. I said, good, I didn't know what to get you anyway, so we can all enjoy. It's my third marriage. Or as I like to call it, casually married, because you don't expect much after the third marriage, you know what I mean? Anybody more than once? Anybody in the audience? Nobody that wants to admit it, all right. We did a destination wedding. Anybody do anything like that, destination wedding? Yeah. Did you? Where?
Southport, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina? Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like from Virginia, so we went to Southport.
All right, that was too much information. That actually lasted longer than my first marriage. Yeah, we did a destination wedding, and it looks like the destination is going to be divorce court, but it's actually Antigua. Antigua was where we got married. Yeah, it was beautiful. Anybody been there? You've been there? No, nobody's been there. It's beautiful. It's like this. It's very beautiful. We flew there. Just me and her. So if you ever been to Antigua, the Antigua people are very beautiful people. Very dark-skinned people, very beautiful people, right? But it was just me and her, and we brought no one with us. So our wedding picture's awesome. It's the person who married us, 4 other people that were witnesses, me and her, the ocean's in front of us, the jungle's behind us, she's smiling, I'm crying. It looks like a hostage situation, folks. I'll never forget what she said to me on that. She said, why are you crying? Why are you crying? You'll never do better than me. I said, because I know how this ends. I'll tell you right now. I've been down this road several times. Yeah, and I don't know what. I'll never get married again. I've had it at this point. Third time, this is it. I'm actually contemplating having my ring finger amputated at this point. I will never need that again, I'll tell you right now. She told me, you know what she said? I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I don't know, up your medication? I don't know what to tell you. Is anyone here happy? You know what I mean? I checked it. Sickness, health, happy was never in there. Never signed on for happy. You want happy? Go to Disney World. Everyone looks thrilled there. She told me, I don't feel the love. I want to be chased. I want to be pursued. You want to be chased? Hop the fence at the White House. Somebody will chase you. I mean, I try to chase you, I'll have a stroke, all right? The signs were there, though. The signs were there. When you're married, right, she's your best friend. You're her best friend. Me and her, we're not even friends on Facebook. Well, blocked. But I'm at the age now, too, when I meet somebody I'm interested in, if I see a woman I'm interested in, I don't picture her naked. I don't picture her in lingerie. I just picture what she's gonna look like screaming at me. You know what I mean? Show me your war face. Oh, I'm having fun. Gotta start dating again, I guess. Gotta start dating again. What a nightmare that is at my age, huh? You can't come to fancy places like this to meet chicks. They might want something, and I'd never afford that. I need somebody who'll split a Pabst Blue Ribbon outside. That's right. I don't know. You gotta do it online, because everybody goes online now, right? Everybody meets online on a computer. Nobody meets in person. Is that how you guys met? Which site?
Hinge.
Hinge? Oh, Lord. There is a site here. Every chick I meet on that site is unhinged, so I don't know where they're coming from, but you guys seem nice. The one I'm on is funny. What is he unhinged? Is that what it is?
No, he's embarrassed.
He's embarrassed?
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that was great of you to shout that out there. Gotta be in therapy next week. I'm on plentyoffish.com. That's the one I'm on. Well, it's free, and the relationships last just as long as fish, 3 days. I'm on the catch and release part of that dating site. Lift the fish another day. Match.com. That's a good one, I guess. I don't know. I haven't made it up to that one yet. Tell you what the worst one is. You're lucky you met on that one. The worst one? Craigslist. Worst one. No, really, it is. It is. They show up with furniture. They don't realize it's a date. You know what I mean? They're like, where do you want the couch? I don't know. Where do you want to screw? By the window? But everybody lies online, too. You can tell your best lies online. Am I right? Everybody lies online, because you can be whoever you want to be. Guys lie. Like a guy lie is like Mike's pictures on the profile, I show up. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to you? I go, COVID. Women lie. Women lie. I like women lies. Women got the best lie. Doesn't matter what he looks like. I just want a guy with a good sense of humor. Well, I'm here to tell you that's bullshit right off the bat. I want the good-looking guy. They want the actor. They want the bodybuilder. They want the lifeguard. If all women wanted was a guy with a sense of humor, clowns would be knee-deep in pussy, wouldn't they? You see a clown car pull up, there's no hot chicks getting out of there. The only thing clowns are surrounded by is fat kids eating cheeseburgers, that's it. Ready to give up, ready to get a dog, right? You want undying loyalty, you want friendship, you want a best friend, rescue a dog. Are we dog people? We like dogs? Dogs are always happy to see you, never tell you you drank too much, and if you get sick, they're more than happy to help you clean it up, aren't they? My cousin just adopted a drug sniffing dog. Yeah, now he can't support both their habits, so I don't know. My sister has 5 dogs. 5, and she doesn't live in Alaska. Just 5 dogs. 5. She had 6. She had 6. One of them died. We're pretty sure it was a suicide at this point. My neighbor's got a dog that takes Xanax. Can you believe that? His dog takes Xanax. I know, it's a panic attack dog. That one didn't hit as well as I liked it to. That's good. All right, order something. I love doing comedy. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. I'm a second generation comedian. Second generation comedian. My grandfather was a vaudevillian. I was a childhood actor. I'm not making this up. I was a childhood actor. I was on some off-Broadway plays. I did several Chef Boyardee commercials. I was actually on the 1972 Ed Sullivan Easter special, Planning Around. I'm not even making this up. With Tiny Tim, Chuck McCann, and Lucy Arnaz. I peaked at 7, folks, all right? I have the Benjamin Buttons comedy career. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. But in my other life, I was actually a 911 operator. 911 operator. For 26 years. Let's hear it for me, 26 years. Hated every minute of it. Every time that phone rang, it's like, I can't breathe. My leg's broken. The house is on fire. Not once does anyone ask how my day's going. You know? Me. Oh. Hated it. You know, right now in New York City, you and I do this, Jim. Right now in New York City, they're giving you $100 to take the vaccine. Did you know that? They got me 2 months ago with a donut. Can you believe that shit? That's what you call premature inoculation right there, folks. Did anybody have COVID? Anybody have COVID? Mike did? You guys did? I haven't. No, not like that. I had it. And you didn't have it bad, sir?
Excuse me?
Did you have it bad?
Yeah, about 2-3 days.
2-3 days. Holy mackerel! I've had worse hangovers. I'll admit it. I had worse, like yesterday. I had worse hangovers. But do you know how you got it?
Military reserves.
Military? They give it to you there? Be all that you can be. COVID. I got it through sex. I did. And out of all the viruses I could have got, I think I did pretty well. I got it from, for this joke, we'll call her my first ex-wife. And I had to go there to do some tax paperwork. And I went there and I said, hey, you know what? For old time's sake, why don't we go in the other room, knock some boots? That's how old people talk. And she goes to me, I would, but I don't feel well. And when you look like this, you gotta sneak up on this shit. You know what I mean? So I said, what any guy that looks like me would say, I'm willing to risk it. You know what I mean? So we do it. We have sex. A couple days later, she calls me up. She goes, listen, I got corona. I said, I love that shit. I'll be right over. She goes, you are an idiot. She's like, I mean COVID. I got this thing. I go, oh, wow, that's terrible. Does that mean I have it? She's like, yes, you idiot. That means you have it. So I didn't know what to do, right? I got a quarantine, so I go home. I tell my kid takes off takes off for 2 weeks. My girl wouldn't come over, no one would come over. I said, this is the greatest disease ever. I would have got this shit months ago had I known this. The only problem was, I didn't know how to work the freaking cable. I had to watch the movie channel for 15 days. I know, that would drive you crazy, right? I'm trying to reverse mortgage a house I don't even own. Ready to join Colonial Insurance, I don't even know what it is. It's great. I remember when the pandemic first hit, I don't watch TV, so I had no idea what was going on. But I had to go to New York City to do a radio show, because that's what you do, Mike. You go to ground zero when shit's happening, right? So I go to do the radio show, I get out of the Jeep, I look down, there's a guy laying on the ground, face down, ass up, butt crack out, multicolored puddle next to him, but he's wearing a mask. I'm like, dude, you are the cure for Corona. Counting on you to get us through this. And then the mayor of New York was going nuts. It was early in the pandemic. He goes, there's not enough vaccines for everyone. We don't know what we're going to do. I said, well, vaccinate this guy. And let him run around biting everybody, you know what I mean? That is a vaccination zombie joke in one, folks, all right? I'm not getting those everywhere. Thank you. Well, zombie fan in the back. But I remember when it first hit, too. I remember when I first had to wear a mask. I had no idea what was going on. My girl drives me to the grocery store. She said, put this on. I said, are these your panties? I don't know what this is. She goes, you idiot. Put this on. She goes, put this on, go in that store, get a gallon of milk. We need a gallon of milk. I said, I drink beer. You know what I mean? I don't need milk. She's like, you need me, all right? And I need milk. Put this mask on, go in there, get a gallon of milk, and just come back out. So I go, all right, I get the whole mask thing now that you're saying this, but what's up with all the people 6 feet apart? She's like, oh, Jesus. That's social distancing. That's social distancing. I go, okay. So I put the mask on, I looked at the long line, walked right in front of him into the grocery store, grabbed a gallon of milk and walked right out with it. That's when I said, this is going to be the greatest pandemic ever. I'll tell you right now. But things are getting crazy in this country. Things are getting crazy. Cancel culture's out there. That's why I'm glad you people are here laughing, having a good time, because stand-up comedy is the last of free speech. And I thank you for coming. Give me a round of applause for yourself. Everywhere. They're canceling statues. They're canceling people. It's even in the animal kingdom. I'm not making this up. You can't say gypsy moth anymore because it offends the gypsies. And I would think the word gypsy would offend the gypsies. You can't say Asian carp anymore. Did you know that? It offends the Asians. You have to say evasive carp, which sounds like the Viet Cong for some reason. But no one cares about the Italians. Where's my Italians? No one cares about you people. You could say guinea pig all day long. They canceled the Aunt Jemima syrup bottle. Can you believe that? The Aunt Jemima syrup bottle never did nothing to nobody. Tasted the bottle of syrup. I think they should have kept the bottle exactly the same, just make it impossible to open. This way we all struggle together. You know what I mean? That's a good joke right there. That is. I love Italians. You're from New Jersey and you're Italian? Go figure. Okay. Where you from in New Jersey?
North Jersey.
Like I'm gonna follow you home. I'm from Hackensack.
Nice.
Okay, good. This kid ain't giving nothing. Just like a true Italian, they don't give you shit. Nothing to work with. That's why in New York City, the saying was before the pandemic: if you see something, say something. Right? I grew up in an Italian neighborhood. My whole life, I was told, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. I don't know what to do. But I love Italians. Without Italians, we wouldn't have cool things. Like Italian bread. We wouldn't have Italian bread. We wouldn't have the wife beater t-shirt without Italian. That's the uniform. We wouldn't have the Sopranos. Who loves the Sopranos? I'm Italian. I'm still in mourning. James Gandolfini passed away. Learn this and have any kind of medical emergency because he had a heart attack in Italy and died. Any kind of medical emergency, have it in America, right? I don't know what the medical care is like in Italy. I just picture some guy dressed like Chef Boyardee, holding a wooden spoon, poking you. God, he's a dead. I don't know. He's a dead. I gotta go stir the sauce. Italian women are beautiful people. Italian women. You know what's the sexiest thing an Italian woman can say to you? Honey, I shaved. I'm not saying Italian women are hairy. I'm just saying somewhere in their DNA is the cure for baldness. That's right. We harness this gene, we all walk around looking like the Beatles. That's right. I love Jewish people too. Any Jewish people here? Jewish people? They never want to identify themselves in public. I should have the History Channel. But I love Jewish people. Jewish people and Italian people have a lot in common. I don't know if you know this. If a Jewish person dies, they have to be buried in 24 hours for religious reasons. And if an Italian dies, they have to be buried in 24 hours because that's when the cops start looking for him. An Italian guy knows, have the whole dog, right? I do live in New Jersey, and I live in New Jersey, and I never lived with my wives. If anybody's been married, I've never lived with my wives. I just never have, because I don't believe men and women were meant to live together. I just don't believe it. That's why they're separate prisons. You know what I mean? My wife would go to me, do you think we can move in together? Let's not rush this, okay? Let's keep it friendly, right? I go, Adam and Eve couldn't pull it off in the Garden of Eden. We're not pulling that shit off in Hackensack, New Jersey. Oh, even Superman had a fortress of solitude. You know what I mean? You think you're better than Superman? No, we're not, all right? I know he brought Lois Lane there once or twice, but he flew around the earth 37 times so she could never find a place again. I have a rule in my house. I want the best of you, not the rest of you, all right? Come over when you're happy. We just say, I also have another rule. If we have to feed it, we don't need it, but I don't want to get out of that. No, because kids will always want something. Let's get a dog. Let's get a cat. I'm like, you're lucky you're here, all right? You're my dog and cat. I live right by a Red Lobster. Any Red Lobster fans here? Any Red Lobster fans? Of course not. Okay, great. I do. I haven't eaten there, but I pass it. It's always mob. People are always waiting to get in. And for some reason, it's always white people in flannels and black people in suits. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I don't know. It is true. I know. That's why it's funny. But they all get along. They all get along. You'll never see a video of people fighting in a Red Lobster. Evidently, racial equality comes with subpar seafood at reasonable prices. Who never thought that the solving social unrest was to have Lobster Fest? You know what I mean? Never put that all together like that. I am having fun here. Are we having fun at the hotel? I look like I was vacationing at Chernobyl with the burns on me. That's what happens with day drinking right there. I was day drinking yesterday, fell asleep in the sun, woke up in hell. That's how I felt. Somebody had woken me up here, I would have paid extra for that. But I told you I hate flying, and I get nervous. The night before I flew, I'm stupid. I watched this movie about this Brazilian soccer team. Did anybody ever see this movie? The Brazilian soccer team crashed in the Andes Mountains, and the only way they lived was by eating the bodies of their dead teammates. Now, I watch soccer, and I'm here to tell you, soccer players do not look Philly, all right? They're skinny, they're streaked, there's no meat on those people. If I crash, I want to crash with the bowling team. That's what I was picturing. Those guys are big and fat, marinated in vodka and bad decisions. We want to eat our own, is all I'm saying. All right, folks, I'm going to leave you on this. Listen, live your dreams. Anything's possible. Mike, anything's possible. You look like you could be in porn with that mustache if you want to. Anything's possible. Anything is. God bless you. Thank you so much for supporting live comedy. I'm going to bring your host back up. Put your hands together for Nori!
Remember my buddy Rich Carucci right there. Black and Rich. My name is Rich. See, maybe that's how you put off fucking black and black right there, all right? That's how you do it. I need some more applause for Mikey. Come on. Any questions up until this
See
point?
you in the morning.
Okay.
Saturday morning.